What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Two-Wheeled Rider YouTube channel. My name is Mario Orsini, and I got sort of a different video today, an unboxing video, which I don't normally do on this channel except maybe in mail time, but it's of a motorcycle this time. I was up at On Moto yesterday afternoon rebuilding a shock on Noah's KTM 65, and I was presented with the unique opportunity to unbox and prep the brand new 2019 KTM 790 Duke. Now that is a brand new model for this year, at least in North America. It's got the parallel twin, I believe it's 799 cc's, putting out right around 105 horsepower. We just got them here in the States probably last week. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that footage and then just give you a few of my initial thoughts on the bike. I haven't got to ride it yet. I probably will test it as soon as the snow on the ground outside melts, which should maybe be next week or two. But let's watch a little bit of the unboxing and prep of it, and then I'll give you a few, like I said, initial thoughts. Alright, so just a couple of quick things I noticed on the bike. I didn't get to spend much time with it. Like I said, I didn't get to ride it. We did get to start it up. And a few things I noticed. First off, really cool looking bike. Now I realize that's subjective and some people are going to like the look and some people aren't going to like the look. But overall, I thought it was a pretty cool look, though those mirrors are a little bit ugly, and I don't remember if I filmed any of that in the video or not. You probably want to do bar-end mirrors or something on it, but that's going to be up to personal preference. The other thing I noticed is how lightweight the bike feels. Now, I think KTM's got it at right around 430 pounds wet weight, but it feels like a very, very light motorcycle when you're sitting on it. It carries its weight pretty well. I'll be interested to see how that translates to on the street riding it. But at least that was my initial impression. The other thing I liked about it, and I noticed as soon as I sat down on it, in the tank area, they basically put in, I know a lot of guys put stickers on their fuel tanks to keep their belt buckle from possibly scratching the tank. There's already something pre-built in on this one that's kind of a rougher surface. I don't know if it's an adhesive sticker or what it is, but you don't have to worry about scratching up your tank because KTM's already put that on there for you from the factory. Once we readjusted the handlebars, it was a very, very comfortable seating position on the bike. Again, I haven't ridden it long term, I haven't ridden it at all, so we'll see how that translates later on, but at least that was my initial impression. And it was also cool that it comes with a TFT display. It's not quite as advanced as it is on some of the 1290 models. It's a much smaller screen, but still at this price point, which I believe it's coming in right around $10,500, it's nice to have a TFT display on there. And then the last thing I noticed that I kind of liked was the LED headlights. You got the LED headlight, LED taillight, LED lights all the way around on this bike. Now, a few things I noticed that I'm not real sure I'm a fan of. The first thing I noticed is it's got a cable actuated clutch on it. Now, there's nothing wrong with cable actuated clutches, but even Noah's 65 has a hydraulic clutch, and that's what I'm used to from KTM, but this is obviously a bike they're trying to get in a specific price point, so by eliminating the hydraulic clutch and going with the cable clutch, it keeps the price down. We'll see how that works on the street once you get it out there, but it is a little bit harder pull than what I'm used to on a KTM motorcycle. The other thing I noticed that I was a little bit disappointed with, now keep in mind this bike is made to compete with the Yamaha FZ7, the Suzuki SV650, and the Ninja 650, so it's kind of in line with those bikes, but there is no fork adjustability on the front suspension. There's no way to adjust it. The way it comes is the way it comes, so if you need to make adjustments, you're going to have to change spring rates, and that was one thing I noticed. Again, haven't ridden it on the street, but it felt like that front fork was a little bit squishy for at least my body weight, which is right around 175, 180 pounds. We'll see how that translates once I get out and ride it. Also, the rear shock only has preload adjustability on it. It actually felt okay with the standard spring that was on there, But again, this is a bike that was made to compete with those other bikes I mentioned, so it has comparable equipment to what they have. One thing it has that those bikes don't have is a hell of a lot more horsepower. So anyway, those are my initial thoughts on the bike. All those thoughts may change once I get the opportunity to ride the motorcycle. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button, because if you like motorcycles, well, this is the place to be. Let me know your initial thoughts on the bike down in the comment section below. To be honest, I'm really waiting on the Adventure and Adventure R models. The Duke model's cool, but I'd kind of like to have one of those Adventure R models. And as always, I'll talk to you again soon.